Hello, YouTube. Hello, McChild. This is me, McChild, in the win. And right now, we don't have the time. I don't have the time nor the patience to be doing no countdown. So I really want to get in on this right then, right here, right now. Now, when you talk about solidarity in the manosphere, at this current time, I kind of want to chuckle. Now, we do. Somebody did come back a little stronger, a little bit stronger, a little bit wiser. He's live streaming right now. I could tell by his demeanor. He came back. He's coming back just a little bit wiser. Just a little bit stronger, just a little bit wiser. We'll see. We'll see what happens. What changes are made within his personality. But what I want to say is solidarity in the manosphere. It kind of makes me chuckle. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. We got all these new people that will literally. Well, first off, let's start with the main issue. I've been I should not have to go walking into a live stream having a fight, you know, at any level. I should not be having to go into a live stream having a fight. And the thing is like that basically that the thing. Some of these live streams that I come on basically give me a lasting impression of that sector of the manosphere. The PUA sector of the manosphere to me for a long time, ever since I came into the manosphere, has been colostomy, but they have been nothing more than a bunch of colostomy bags. To me, they've been nothing more than a bunch of colostomy bags. Are there some decent ones? I will never know. I will never know because why? Because they're being overshadowed by the colostomy bags. The next is basically these people who have latched on to the title of MGTOW but are really doing it no justice. I'm talking about the people who are racist in the manosphere that basically nobody is checking them. Nobody is literally checking them. Nobody's literally hitting the brakes on that BS. Tell me how in the world can you allow somebody to take your title, literally sit back and take this title, take the title of Red Pill, take the title of MGTOW, whatever, black, white, otherwise, and literally run it into the ground with this toxic BS. Run it into the ground with the toxic BS. Tell me how that worked. I'd like to know. And then we have. Let me break this to you. I'm gonna tell you this much. Wake up. Wake up. Ipmore. SYSBM. Black pill. Red pill. MGTOW. Heck, wake up PUAs. So you're gonna tell me that in school today that all these young men have to stand up and apologize for existing. For existing. And you're gonna tell me that Dom game, you're gonna pull Dom game on these people? Look, I understand that your favorite day of the freaking year, favorite time of the year is high school graduation, but let me break this to you. You're doing you're doing just as much damage as MGTOW to your own bottom line. Let me tell you how you're doing much damage to your bottom line. You're doing damage to your bottom line because you're basically leaving all these young kids confused, scratching their heads when they finally reach adulthood. Hey, what's going on? She ran off with this older gentleman. Of course she ran off with this older gentleman. This older gentleman has been waiting for this person for your sweetheart to turn 18. That's my vision of my understanding of the PUA community in a nutshell. They're just waiting for goddamn girls to turn 18 or graduate high school. Heck, they don't even got to be 18 now. They're waiting for them to graduate high school so that they can pounce on them. And that's, you know what? They ain't nothing but predators to me. They ain't nothing but predators to me. That is predator-like behavior. Welcome to the reality of things. That is predatory behavior. You're 40 years, and some of these people are 30, 40 years old plus. I understand age ain't nothing but a number, but there's some time, there's a freaking limitation of some things. And in California and New York, they done lowered the age limit of consent, further confusing younger men. Because as soon as they turn 16 or whatever, guess what? Now they can do whatever they want. That's not how it is. That ain't how it go, bro. That ain't how it works. That ain't how it works. The thing is, wake up. Wake up to the fact that somebody needs that people in the manosphere need to step up and start checking people. Now I'm not saying rooster police people. I'm saying check these people before they wreck us. And as I said, PUAs, even though still think to this day they are nothing more than colostomy bags, or they ain't nothing but grifting. They ain't doing nothing but grifting their BS upon the manosphere. They ain't nothing but grifters. They just and you got people just basically sitting up here dragging the manosphere down. Screw the progress, right? Yeah, screw the progress that has been made. Let me break this to you. CAB, so a news channel decided to comment on the low birth rate. They want to test that to the coronavirus. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I'm going to say it. And you don't like it? Oh, well. You don't like it? Oh, well. It's what it is. I'm going to say it, and I'm not going to hold my mouth. No, I'm going to hold back on cursing. But really, I need everybody, even if you're a part of that colostomy bag community called the PUAs, I need everybody to wake up and smell the freaking coffee. Like I said, literally, you got boys having to stand and apologize to girls for existing, for breathing, for living, for walking, for sleeping, for just basically taking a normal piss. And this is your biggest concern? Dumb game? Boss up? Slaw it out? Slay her? Worship her? Put her on a pedestal? That's your major concern? That's your major concern. If that's your major concern, oh my goodness, we're all screwed as men. That's for doggone sure.
You see, this is why. Hey, how you doing, man? Can you hear me? Oh, okay. This is why we need to start vetting these mother. We need to start vetting these people, man. I'm gonna try to be nice for the day. People often say, "Oh, I don't like Black Wolf. I don't like the way he say stuff. He mean. He this." And the whole thing about it is, I, I swear, if I could show this clip, I freaking could, man. You remember that clip from The Godfather?
Yep.
Vito's, I guess, son-in-law. Somebody comes in. What do I do? What do I do? You can act like a man. Like. It's a lot like that, man. It's just men don't want to be men anymore. They want to play psychological war games with other men, and it doesn't help anybody. I've been saying it for years. These young MGTOW coming in, and these fucking Yep, already broke. See, I can even go 3 minutes on saying these damn
You tried.
PUAs. I tried, man. It's hard because it pisses me off. I mean, but it's like that they don't realize that when MGTOW is gone or whatever the hell happens, that's it. We don't have a
That's
lot
it.
of male spaces. That women took over the MRA. We tried to get the laws changed. It didn't freaking work. And now all we got is MGTOW. And if you want to take that away, fine. If you want to go be a happy freaking ATM, then don't come complain to us. And what I don't understand is the fact that, okay, I get there's some criticism toward MGTOW. You don't like us. You don't like the things that we say. Fine. Then why use our tags? Why come to our videos? Why try to lure us to your channels? Just they're clout chasers. Like Ask Nathaniel Life Coach, same thing, a damn clout chaser. They know they have a dying channel.
Same thing as Platinum Elite. It ain't much different than Platinum Elite. It ain't much different. Him and Platinum Elite, in my eyes, ain't much different.
Yeah, they're the same, man. They're the same freaking
They're
people
one and
because
the same. They are nothing more than one of the same. Basically, they go in there, they twist your words around, make you and try to make you look like a fool. Problem is when you fight too much, they kick you off and put you in the backstage. That's all they do. That's how they get their clout. That's how they get their clout. They kick you. They literally kick you off. They silence you
and you
because
know it's
because you make them look like a fool.
and they can't
And they
take
can't
that.
handle it.
They can
They can't handle pushback. They can't handle pushback.
they all
You know?
they throw what they can't catch,
Right.
essentially. And it makes me so angry that these cowards, especially that Nathan coward, he's gonna rob me of the chance to defend myself, tell me to beat it, and it's too great of a coward to let me at least defend myself. These people didn't even, like they won't differentiate me or really any MGTOW from one another. They see that MGTOW, they lump us all together. This moron pulled up the Wikipedia and then even made title with incel and more SYBM and MGTOW all wrapped up in one. He wasn't there to try to learn the differences. He wasn't there to learn anything. That's why he learned nothing. He was there to cause drama, and he caused it. And to me, he's just going to end up like another version of Alpha Bulldog, some stressed out dude yelling into a mic. I got my life and my work. I got my life worked, critiqued, and insulted by a dude that drives around in a white van trying to hit on women in their late teens, early 20s. Oh, God, I'm scared. And a 40-year-old dude, if you're a 40-year-old dude watching this and you're part of the PUA community, I want you to think long and hard about this. How are you competition for the in-shape 20-year-old guy or the rich 30-year-old or whatever? You're not. Let it go. Let the pimp fantasy go. Didn't have it then, you don't have it now. Let it go.
Let me break this to you. I grew up around pimps. I seen how they operate. I understand how they operate. You know, I'm gonna tell you how they operate. They operate relatively the same way, but they're younger. They've been doing it longer. They've been doing, like I said, they've been probably most of. Let me break this to you. You don't get the knowledge. You don't get the full. Not even the pimp's son gets their full knowledge. Not even a pimp's son gets his full knowledge until he gets older. Pimp's son, that is basically his protege. A pimp will get a protege if he doesn't have a child. Pass on a lot of knowledge, bits and pieces at a time. You know,
Yeah, man, that's
got all these. Like, see, am I wrong?
no, you're right. I mean, you're absolutely right. This is something that a father would typically impart to their son. And what's funny about this shit to me is you have these internet daddies. I mean, I remember Nathaniel made this video. A lot of dudes are being taught game, but they're not soaking it up because it's BS. And I'll go to my grave saying this: the
Because it's
game is
not.
BS.
The game is BS. The game not only. I'm not even gonna say the game's rigged. The game is BS.
It's just BS. And dude is
You know?
like, I have friends that were stoners, skateboarders. Like I had a very diverse group of friends, and this dude Nathaniel and his buddies, you know, Mr. Research or whatever, were trying to tell me, like, trying to shame me in front of a 23-year-old going, "Does Black Duel's words make you wet?" And I'm laughing the entire time because these two showed to me that they're
Right.
not about it. I knew dudes who like didn't have to hit on women. Women would come to them. They were stoners. They were skateboard. We went to raves. We would never go in as a group. Catcalling women and try to hit on women. We were already in our group. They came to us. Me, I
Right,
wasn't a PUA like my friends, but they had a crazy notch count because they just flat didn't give a crap. They either stopped being a PUA and grew up like most normal, rational people do, or they turned it into a profession and became like
right.
porn directors or like amateur porn directors or stuff like that. But what these guys do, what these PUAs do, they act like girls. They act like girls comparing their jewelry, aka girlfriends, to other guys. And my thing is, to everyone watching this, the air quote game they talk about, anytime it involves you messing with another dude, that's a red flag. Because
Right.
another dude should never ever
It-
enter the
it-
stratosphere if all you're trying to do is get laid. This another dude is not going to put you in no favorable position. Believe me, it won't. Those guys normally got the leftover scraps, or they went home jacking off. That
So,
that's the future.
and you know what the best part about it is, when these PUAs actually have women on their channel, they ain't nothing but crusty cum sock. They ain't nothing but crusty cum rags. You know?
They get
Yeah,
sloppy.
I'd say that if you're watching this, if you got a woman on your freaking channel, on your panel, and you're a PUA, and it ain't your girl, guess what? She ain't nothing but a crusty cum rag. And oh, better yet, if you're telling these dudes that hey, look here, why don't you give me your best game? Go ahead and flirt with a below average, below failing at best crusty cum rag or soggy biscuit. That's pretty much what you with that chick with that chick. What's the name's stream? Has basically pretty much went down to.
Yeah. Hey, Sala. Hey, Shinobi. Shinobi Wan's in the room. Want to give a shout out. How you doing, man?
Yo, Shinobi. Yeah, let me tell you. You know why I like Money AD. I like Money AD because he lets you freaking voice your opinion. He lets you voice your thoughts. He gives you a voice. That's the difference between Money AD and the rest of these goddamn colostomy bags. You can actually learn something from Money AD.
You know
You
what's
know?
funny? I mean, I made two 7 hour streams, almost 10 hour streams, to where I gave everybody on the internet an opportunity to debate me or cuss me out, and not one of these PUAs or pricks came there. Not one. I even told you, don't worry, I don't need 15 of my homies to have this. And just like their coward leader, Ask Nathaniel, go to his channel with this crap. Go to Platinum Queer's channel with this kind of crap because
They
it's
will they
lame.
will twist every single word you say. You know,
Because they're women.
everybody in the manosphere that knows that the only way a woman's going to get to me is she basically either abducts me or confronts me first, confronts
Yep.
me and has to convince me that she's worth the effort. She's worth my time.
You want to know what's something even funnier? People always calling us rainbows. I want to point something out to these dudes who keep calling, MGTOW gay or whatever. Tell me what's masculine about throwing yourself at a woman's feet. Until someone's able to explain that to me, hell, I'll delete my channel as soon as some dude, can explain to me what do you gain out of cucking for a chick that doesn't even acknowledge your existence. Please explain to me the long term gain of that. Because these dudes, they're cosmic losers putting on a persona on like about all the women they got. They don't have those women. Just because you take pictures with a bunch of bitches on fucking Instagram doesn't make you a hero. I mean, it's not an accomplishment. And even if you are getting laid back to back, I remember I said sex is overrated, and damn near every dude lost their mind in one stream. That ought to
Let
show you how deprived they really are. These channels are
me,
like a tome of insecurity.
let me break this to you. I've also stated that MGTOW, the red pill, is not your grinder. It's not there. It's not freaking Grinder. It's not Tinder. It's not POF. It's not what. It's not Bumble or whatever. I've stated that. I've stated that. But these people got too much of a goddamn short term or long term memory lapsing to even remember it. And then
You know,
let's get it. And we're not just bagging on the PUAs. We're not bagging just bagging on the PUAs.
it's the
We're
whole
going.
set.
It's the whole setup.
It's the whole setup. My whole thing is there's different brands of MGTOW. I understand that. We don't have to agree on the
Yeah.
same thing. But the thing about this is we don't need leaders, but we damn sure need gatekeepers because this is getting kind of out of hand. It's getting a little bit ridiculous. People are trying to change into a female narrative. If somebody's out there getting like, and they just want to date, go talk to the MGTOW PUAs. Go talk to guys who will tell you the truth and the pros and the cons. Hell, even I have given off such information like on video requests and everything. But don't run up in here, punch it, metaphorically pop everybody, and they go, "Oh man, I'm alpha male." No, no, like going
Oh,
in there and trying to prove to us that you're better than us is like arguing who has the smallest dick. I mean, look, we'll take your word for it, bro.
wow.
Like you
Yeah,
pissed the father's got the smallest dick. We'll take your word for it.
right. I have repeatedly said, don't call me an alpha. You know, alphas are dead. The majority of alphas are dead. There's beta. There's beta through zeta.
They killed the alpha off a long time ago. All I see is betas wanting to be alphas. And to give a good analogy for it, the sheep are always afraid of the wolf and the fox eating it, but never thinks about the sheep herder like getting ready to eat it, already sharpening the knives over there. Don't worry about us. Worry about the sheep herder over there. They're the ones getting ready to devour you. Shoot.
Right.
Over here hopping the fence to fight us and then scream at us.
Right.
And And the crazy part about it is I hear these PUAs. I watched like 10 of Ask Nathaniel's videos, and one of them he's going, "Don't send these MGTOW guys to me." Nobody was. He's the one to pull out the calling card the moment he put MGTOW in their tags. I'm so sick of these down low dudes. I'm sorry, like it really is, because everybody needs to hear this crap.
Look here,
Stop
then the closet.
playing stop playing female mind games with other dudes. To all our haters, you're not gonna win. We have libraries upon libraries of information. We can back our claims either with statistics, books, or even just our own personal experiences. You're not gonna win. So why jump in the fray? Let them, and this is no offense, like people have a preference, do what they want to do, but leave that proto rainbow crap out of this because nothing is more like suspect than a dude hating on another dude in the hopes of getting pussy that they're never gonna see.
As I said, and as Shinobi once said, no one's alpha when the government's around.
Exactly.
No one's alpha when the government's around. You back because when the government comes banging out your door, guess what? You now a beta. Heck, you might even be a gamma.
You know what they say? Everyone's a badass to the police coming knocking.
Right. Everyone's a badass until the police come knocking. Or they're getting or they're getting their door pushed in with somebody standing at you. But
They
it's
don't think
like,
about that because
they
they
don't
don't
think
think about that because they want to be a badass.
all right, you can go ahead and be a badass. You can go ahead and be a badass. And you go ahead and be a badass, Richard Noggin.
We know what we really need. We need like hell. I may do this one day. I'm gonna buy one of those blonde wigs and become like the MGTOW version of Chris Hansen. As soon as a guy walks in the room, sir, you came here to simp today. You have any idea how hard you were simping today? Is there something you like to say to the camera? These guys need to be made fun of because they're corny, they're a joke, they're a clown, and dude, you got guys like Platinum Nash Nathaniel comparing themselves to Kevin Samuels. Agree with the man or not, they are not on that level. They are not on no Ben Shapiro level, but they can sit in their own little illusionistic box. They can't even handle being critiqued. We get critiqued all the time. I was in a room with 9 people that disagreed with me, and not one could disprove my theory. Not one could debunk MGTOW. MGTOW is reactionary, it's necessity. And if you want us to go away, fix the damn laws, Learn to check your women, and maybe there won't be so many of us having a complaint. But you know, but no, they don't want to do this because, like girls, they want us to change everything.
Right.
MGTOW might as well be the new alphas. We're the last men that still have our nuts intact, who speak about the things that are bothering us. Meanwhile, woman tells guy to shut up. Oh, okay, okay, Jessica. Whatever gets me laid.
Okay, Becky. Okay, Becky. Yeah.
Yeah, Shinobi, bringing back the public shaming. Yes, we need to bring back that crap like Game of Thrones, where they should just strip people naked and have them walk through the street to the dungeon. That needs to be brought back because there's a lot of hedonistic pricks out there. I mean, people can do what they want to do within the confines of their own home, but they just proudly promote it. Some cultures aren't cool with PUA, and
You
they
know,
don't
yeah.
understand that.
Did you know that there's a PUA that if he ever stepped foot in Japan, the Yakuza would jack him up?
Oh yeah, like it wasn't cool. I mean, it wasn't cool back in the day, and it's still not cool to proudly proclaim being a PUA. Nobody
All
with an IQ higher than fucking two would ever walk
right.
around saying, "Oh, I'm a pro PUA, bro. Yeah, I screw all the women." Like,
Let me break this to you. Japan. Oh, I would love to see them try that in the Middle East. I would
yeah, they
love to
lay
see them
hands
try.
on them.
Uh-huh. What's that?
They lay hands on them
They
instantly.
lay, no, no, they don't only lay hands. They lay stones. They lay stones on people like that. They lay stones on dudes like that. Come over here, come over there and decide to pick up their women. Japan don't like it. Russia don't like it. Uh, UK don't. The European Union, the not what you would call it. Anywhere around the world, you claim to be a PU, especially in an American PUA. They don't like that crap. And you know what? Let me break this to you. Ask Nathaniel, and Platinum Elite. They're one of the reasons why black people are jokes. If you want to continue that route, you want to go down that
Yeah,
route.
yeah. And ask
People like them,
Nathaniel. And Ask
people like them.
Nathaniel is the same damn way. I mean, he clowns on other people, calls them weak, but I've seen him on his streams. He tones it down when it comes I've seen it on camera, toning it down when it comes to other guys. Dude's a joke. They they're the reason. Like these guys are the reason that a lot of black dudes that like a scene that way. They create a bad rapport. And I told that Nimrod that. I mean, especially somebody's American. If a person as an American they go to some foreign country and proudly proclaim that they're a PUA, that's like telling everybody you're a hooker. That's what it
Pretty
is. It's
much,
like telling everyone you're a male hooker. Please come and beat my ass. And the reason he talks about Latin countries, he acts like going to a Latin country isn't still traveling. Like, oh, screw those guys travel, bro. I'm going to a Latin. It's still traveling. That's how dumb he is. And the thing is, he's not going to talk about Asia or Europe because they don't give him no play over there. They would never give him no play. If that dude went to Moscow doing that, that'd be an impending ass kicking right there. He knows it. I know it. PUA doesn't sell well, and it doesn't matter if he says he's not a PUA. He's he's wearing a whore's uniform. You don't
pretty
have to
much.
be a whore. You don't have to be a whore, but if you're wearing a whore's uniform, you're gonna be treated like a hoe. I mean, it's an
Like,
invasion. It's an attack. You know when
you know,
I my Latvian and my Slavic friends, most of them respect me, especially among a lot of the guys. I mean, I'm mirrored on one Russian site before they banned MGTOW from Russia. A lot of them liked my content, and when I went there and hung out with them, a good friend of mine introduced me to his sister. This was many years ago. We dated for about a year, then I had to go and whatnot. We left on good terms. That would have never happened if I had walked up in there, stuck my chest out, and go, "Me, big strong American simp, I come to fuck your women." The fuck? If
pretty much.
people look at that and they give it the
They
side eye. If
they
somebody's gonna
actually
be,
banned Mitchell from Russia.
yeah, they banned a lot of MGTOW content from Russia. Pretty much, if you're openly MGTOW there, your life's a living hell. From what I hear,
Wow.
some just hide it. They can't go online, say certain things without being criticized for it. So they've gone entirely opposite direction. And of course, they don't want that because the more dudes that go MGTOW, less dudes out there, buying women's stuff and having babies and whatnot. And so it
But
like
you
MGTOW is a freaking threat to a
know,
lot of
but
people.
which proves that when the government's had enough, they'll do something. When the government's had enough, they'll do something.
Yep.
And
I
it's
mean,
like,
it's almost somewhat understandable. I mean, the thing is, Russia and some of these other places aren't as bad off as America. We got it bad. We let women get away with anything and everything. And that's what pisses me off. I had to check a few bitches over the course of my life because they thought that they were going to get up in my face and boss me around like they do their
let me
boyfriends
break
or
this to you.
husbands.
Let me break this to you. When a woman could probably walk up in broad daylight, pop a cap in your head, pop a freaking cap in your brains, and then and get away with the crime of passion. Oh, I thought he was going to do something to me. He looked at me. No, ain't nobody look at you. Hey, let's see. Ain't nobody look at you. You just decided to walk up and cap this dude in his forehead with the pistol that you bought, or so your husband or your brother bought.
I'm just going to say it. I think a lot of women are just following the Emmett Till narrative. That's what
Let
it's
me,
like.
let me break this to you. First off, they weren't taught like they weren't taught. We, Men and women nowadays that weren't taught by their fathers how to operate in this new modern society. Fathers of the old times didn't have the insight to know that it was good things were going to advance this much. They didn't have the insight. They didn't have the knowledge. They didn't understand that things were advancing, and that's the same problem. I mean, we're gonna talk. We're gonna bounce around. It's like we're gonna bounce around everything. These happily married men. I ain't got no problem with you happily married, but understand that you've been out of the game for how long, however long you've been married. You have been out of the game for however long you've been married. You are not out here. You're not out here courting women like these other men. You're not out here courting women like these other men.
Kind of like watching a retired freaking baseball player, football player, or something. It's not like their information is useless, but it's non-applicable. Most of it's non-applicable today.
Because
I
the
mean,
rules have changed.
if I was a 56-year-old man, there's no way in hell you'd ever catch me out there going, "Oh, you youngsters, you need to get some game." Back in my day, oh fuck, I ain't gonna be one of those guys. There's no point. Back in my day, well, you should just get some freaking Haagen-Dazs ice cream and just shove it up her ass. Just
Back in my day, we be playing kick the can, and we see this nice cutie at the burger joint. We would take her down to the burger joint and then have a dinner and a movie. Them and we were sitting. We back in the day, we get on our little Cadillacs and drive to the drive-through. There's only one drive-through. There's only two drive-throughs that I've seen in my travels. One of them is somewhere in the central of Pennsylvania. The other one's in frick right outside of Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. Not Atlanta, but what's the place? One of them's on Sawtail off of Sawtail Boulevard in Georgia,
yep. I mean,
in the Atlanta yard, in Atlanta, in hot Atlanta, close to, we're basically about 50 miles out of Atlanta.
you know
So
that this is why I laugh. I mean, like they often make it think like it's this magical thing. I wish it was like the movies. I mean, like common romance is just gone. I mean, I wish you could just do little things, but we no longer live in that time period. I mean, I kind of got a glimpse of that when dudes used to play like write songs for women and whatnot. Now it's been cheapened, and I'm gonna be the one to take the hit for this. I'm so sick of guys saying this. I love you for your mind. Shut up. No, you don't. If that was the case, you'd be dating Fat Becky across the street. Stop telling women you love them for their minds. It's not a discriminatory thing. I'm just telling the truth. As we as men, we don't give birth, so we have to actually be good at something. Women, all they got to do is show up to the freaking party. That's about it. Does she look nice? Is she nice? Can she cook? That okay? Three requirements out of the way. I don't know any man, MGTOW or otherwise, that said, "Oh man, that woman over there, that nuclear physicist. Oh man, every time she moves those numbers and those test tubes, instant boner." No,
No.
there's nobody that's that damn eccentric. Not on this planet.
Look here. We do if there's I mean, let me break this to you. If and it's just not it. Like we're not impressed with your degree. Like Black Wolf said. We're not impressed with your degree. We're not impressed with your brain, you know. Yeah, driving cinemas. Yeah, I remember them. Like I said, we're not impressed with your brains. We're not impressed with anything. Or I mean, the thing is like it is basically watered down. The dating game is watered down for certain men, for men with standards. To are you a semi decent person?
I mean, I can imagine if it was like a skill like hunting or something, but come on, let's get real. You know,
Let
women
me
like to
break this to
pretend.
you. The skill of hunt, it's gone.
Yeah.
They don't want like, the things like they're not. Them days are gone.
Every woman wants to pretend like she's this Wonder Woman when in actuality she's just Noop Noop from Rick and Morty. I mean, god damn. I mean that's pretty much what it is. You know, they want this they want to walk around with the damn bangles like I'm deflecting bullets with my bangles, and it's not even like that at all.
Nope, nope. Wow.
That's pretty much what women have been doing since the dawn of time. Like, god damn, gotta clean up everybody's shit. Yep. I mean, they nope. I mean, they could have been something else, but didn't try, and so now they're just reduced to that position. I mean, women should be happy though. Guys like Platinum and Ask Nathaniel, that they're fucking Morty. I mean, they have to live the rest of their life being a fucking Morty.
Right.
Morty and Noop.
Nope.
Match made in heaven.
And it's like that's not the only pickup artists that are like that. There's many of them like that. There's a whole bunch of
There's a
them
whole
like
slew of them. I mean, that dude's a dime a dozen. There's a whole slew of them, but they think they're special. That's what makes me laugh about these guys. They think that they found some amazing secret, and they really haven't.
now. Not only let's try to get off the topic of PUA and get on to like with the rest of the thing. But before we leave, we're gonna leave both. We're gonna both leave sound dating advice from our knowledge.
Okay, sorry. I'll move. We'll move on topic. I got caught up, but you know what? As far as dating goes, it depends on the dude. I mean, for me, I never really wanted to be with the town whore. I mean, I used to be very religious and whatnot. I could see dating some like conservative, Latvian or Russian chick. I could see that, but if the chick is going around twerking, pulling some Miley Cyrus kind of crap, then let her go. Just let her go. I mean, and most importantly, stop trying to include other dudes in your fucking endeavors. A lot of men do this, and I'm sick of it. Just stop doing it. It's not
Right,
cool. That's like somebody walking around, look at this extremely hot girl I'm dating. Let me show all my male friends and then get pissed when anyone compliments her. That's not normal. There's something weird about that. Stop doing it. No, truth be told, no man wants to meet another man's girlfriend. Truth be told, I mean, unless you want him to screw her, then maybe. I mean, unless it just kind of happens, like, oh, okay, this is so and so. But I've seen dudes go out of their way to shove their love or their relationship in everybody's face, and this is why I'm not for the PDA. I've never been for it because it seems it seems desperate, and that's what
yeah.
I get tired of men doing. Don't you want to date? Just don't be desperate about it. Don't even
Curb,
if you.
yeah, but curb your desperation. Women tip no matter what it is, no matter what the times, women are not gonna go for hyper emotional men, for emotional men. They're not gonna go for it. It's
Cause
what
it's
it is. They're not gonna they're not gonna go for the emotional men. They're not gonna go for the soft men. They're not gonna go for the gentlemen. They're gonna go for the men who literally pretty much don't pay them attention worth a darn and
yeah,
basically are on their own thing. They're gonna go after the men that are on their own grind, that are on their own program, that are on their
exactly.
own daily routine, and not focused on getting a relationship. You know,
Yeah, this is
and,
why.
yeah, and it's like don't get emotion. I mean, it's like Shinobi said, treat every day like it's an interview. Your boss is trying to find a good employee. Guess what? When you hear but instead of having a long Fortune 500 company, you now have you now have a company with equipment that has been used by everybody, used all driven all day, and put away wet.
Not to mention, I mean, I always tell dudes like work on yourself. If it happens, cool. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth and whatnot. But just don't be out there constantly seeking. I mean, because every time I hear the word boss up, man up, anybody saying that, it's obvious they jerk off in a fucking van. Just
Yep.
just don't be, one of those kind of guys. Don't like no matter the age, 30, 40, whatever, just don't be that predatorial type of motherfucker. Nobody likes a Nate or a Platinum or a Frank or whatever alpha crap they call themselves and one
They
arm
don't
Morty.
like Chester. They don't. Nobody likes a Chester
Yeah.
or
Or
Paul the
AJ.
pedo or Paul the pedo.
And nobody likes Chester or AJ from Fairly Odd Parents, and nobody likes those guys
Yeah.
because it's
Now,
the write offs.
on to the next topic I want to talk about. This one's I mean, we already covered this one, the deeper than the manosphere, the racists, the grifters and stuff. We already covered that.
Yeah, we haven't covered that yet. I don't think we have, but hell, I'll jump on it. To all the racist MGTOW, leave that shit out of MGTOW. There's no place for that. I mean, I understand jokes and whatnot, but don't try to come in here and try to call yourself the Grand Poobah or leader of the Third Reich. Leave that shit out of here. Jokes are jokes, but for the most part, don't bring that shit here. If you want to be that kind of guy, go and find one of those servers or channels and join that male jerk off group. That we're not about that here.
We aren't, and it's like it's what it, I mean. We're not about that. We're not about that, and it's like we will pick with you. We will make fun of you. We will break our foot off in your behind. Let me break
Man,
this to you. How many, like I said, you can count from the top tier subscription, like the ones that have made it out the scrum heap. There's plenty of people that are black, white, Asian, Latino, Eastern European, Western European, Middle Eastern. They're all in the manosphere. They're all in MGTOW. They're all in Red Pill. The only thing is an exclusive group is the Black Manosphere, and even them, and even some of them are sorry. You know,
and the wise words of T'Challa, whatever I encounter, like one of these hardened races, be they black, white, or whatever, I have to just look at them and go, we don't do that here. We don't
right?
do that here. I leave because they do this and they think they're not going to get backlash. I've heard a lot of stupid shit from some of my haters and even just different fringe groups. Oh, that's why they need us to protect them from X-Men over here because those are the bad guys. We're the good guys.
Bad, bad. But yeah, yep, yep, yeah. hey there, Mary's little lamb or Mary's little lamb. Please hop in this truck. We're gonna go for a little ride to the glue factory.
That's That's why I hate these fucking fox mentality motherfuckers. I mean, wolves will stand down and let the sheep. Yeah, let a wolf will tell a sheep, yeah, if you cross a thing, I'll probably eat you, or maybe I won't eat you. The fox is a little bit different. Fox just like what these guys do. They're like foxes jerking off in the freaking void. Go, oh, come over here, sheep. I won't eat you, but weird shit'll happen. Damn predatory ass weirdos doing this stuff and saying, "Oh, those are the bad guys. Those are the bad guys. Come over here. We're gonna teach you how to be a real man." Nah, I'll pass. Like, watch out for them internet daddies.
Like,
I've seen
like,
them everywhere.
like we're getting a little off topic on this one, man. But it's like this
It's true
whole
though. It's true though, man, because it's part of it. You get these racist dudes and they want to play internet daddy
yeah,
and and try to be a leader or try to act like they're leading a new wave or something. What they're doing isn't new.
right.
That's why I'm making fun of it. If you come here doing that, I'm just like just grill. Like we're both gonna grill them.
Right. And it's just what it is. It's like if I come on your page and you basically try to change the words, and you like the first off, like they like said, I mean I've developed a reputation of going after giants. You know, I don't care how many subscribers you got,
Yeah, that's
but
another thing I couldn't stand. I mean, subscribers. People brag about how many subscribers they have. Oh, I have 53K subs, so everyone
okay,
else needs to shut
good
up.
for you.
And
Yeah, pretty much good for you. I'm still gonna go after you. It's what
they think people care about their sub count. I mean, they act like their sub count is a vaginal body count. I've seen people do that. I've had people tell me I have more subs than you, Black Wolf. Shut up.
I don't know how many. I don't even know how many subs I got. You know, I really don't. I really don't know how
Yeah.
many subs I got, and I plan to keep it that way. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is I want even the colostomy bags, Ipmore, SYSPM, MGTOW, Red Pill, Red Pill, and the colostomy bags of PUA. Wake up! You've got you've got schools. You've got this little plague going across American schools where they are forcing boys, young men and boys, to stand up and apologize for breathing, for existing, for being born, for considering themselves a human being. Do you know what type of psychological damage that is doing? Do you know? Are you really gonna tell one of these kids that spent their whole entire life apologizing to women for existing? Are you really gonna tell them to boss up? Are you really gonna tell them the dom game works and be a man? You'd be lucky. You'd be lucky if they live long enough. You'd be lucky if they live long enough to get to your paywall.
You know, this brings up an interesting topic regarding the whole money thing. I'm not against people getting money for, their works and everything. What pisses me off though is how people only look at their like Snapchat donations and everything. That also isn't what MGTOW is for. If you make money, great, but don't forget about, everybody else. And some people get a swell head when they start getting a little dough. And it's weird to me because, don't moonlight the manosphere and then turn around and try to dictate the flow of it. That's
Right.
what upsets me about it. And then they want to take a piss on the rest of us.
I mean,
That's
it's
not
yeah,
cool.
it's pretty much what it is. It's what it is. The thing is like they're going. I mean, A lot of people they're gonna do that. There's gonna be a lot of that. Expected, expected. I've come to expect it, and I've come to notice that it's not changed much, except for a few people. A few people will come down to the. I mean, that's why I call them. That's why I call where my subscriber count is the scrum heap. You know
Yeah.
that. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's literally going. Like I said, was that in a school in Australia? I read it, and it's going to spread. It's already starting to spread in America. It's already starting to spread in America, and it's going to spread like wildfire. And in about 10 years, you're going to have the first stage of the graduates from high school, of the graduate men from high school, if they don't off themselves, if they don't off themselves and drove. We're already at two. We're already at two coverages of men hanging from trees, of men growing like spring fruit. We're already up to two in a death count. We're actually at one in a death count in the manosphere. We're at two on the news this year. So the
Yep.
suicide rate is going to go up this year. It's going to rise this year. In the wake of, may his soul rest in peace. May he have have peace. We had our disagreements, but it's what it is. When the wake of Renegade One taking his life has sparked a chain of events,
You
it has
know,
sparked it, yeah, and the death toll is going to go up.
this is why we need to start. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Anybody watching this that has kids or family or whatever, get your kids out of them damn schools. They're not learning nothing. They're making boys stand up and apologizing for
They're
existing.
being indoctrinated.
Yeah, they're being indoctrinated in order to think, feel, and act like women. And to make matters worse, you know, I liked Renegade's content. Talked to him maybe one time. I didn't know what he was going through or anything like that. May his soul rest in peace. But it should also serve.
I mean
Yeah,
that last year I came in earlier on. Yeah, I thought you were I thought you were needed. I was going to see if I had to bail you out.
from
From what's it from Chuckle Fornicates.
oh yeah, I mean it. I went up. That was the second time I went into that dude stream. I'm just so done with like after that thing happened. I even told a bunch of my old subscribers I'm not going like like I'm really not going no more of those credible like streams anymore because I just got sick of the racism. Every time I walk in there, it's
Right.
always some race shit. And
Like yeah. You know what? No sweet. You know why Renegade's death made PUA push harder? Because he checked these people. Because him, Barbarossa, a few others that are not here, they check these people. And me and Renegade had our disagreements. He pushed me away, and I just basically I let him have his space. But now, like I said, now I have to check people. I don't care. I'm a giant. I will go after giants. Let me break
that's
this
what
to
I'm
you.
saying.
And it's like for me, it's like I know what's going. I know what's about. I have an idea what's about to happen. I might not know full well, but I have a vague idea. These PUAs with the crusty cum rags on the panels. That's all she is a crusty cum rag.
You know, the worst part about this is when I was on Ask Nathaniel's life coach stream, this brought me to great level of anger when someone was saying that Renegade's passing was due to the MGTOW philosophy.
No, it
That
wasn't.
pissed me off. It wasn't due to the MGTOW philosophy. It was due to these cuck the cuck society. I mean, everyone hates us so much. Where were they when it came to reaching out to them? Not a
Right.
damn where in sight. People find MGTOW because there's no other outlet. So MGTOW does the philosophy, for better or worse, does save lives. You get what you get out of it. At the end of the day, it is going your own way, and people can make fun of the label all they want, but it didn't cause his passing. And the fact that anybody would use that as a talking point against us just shows you how sick and twisted a lot of these people are. They're freaking evil. And if there is a hell below, they're going to go.
Right. Now, hold on. I gotta find this dude's channel again. Yeah, I found this dude's channel. I I want to, like I said, on the closest thing, I want to give a shout out to Spider. Spider 32, because he typically, like I said, he's not he's got some good content. He's the investigative type. Go check out his channel. Like, but I'm like I said, he's another brother in the scrum heap, you know, just like everybody else. Another MGTOW brother in the scrum heap, and just you know what I mean. It's what it is. Yeah, the man. Yeah, exactly. Sweet, no sweet. Your man was so sad. He had no life, and he's not gonna have a life if he keeps dealing with them. That's what it is. But this right here, like I said, this right there, solidarity in the manosphere, right? These PUAs don't want solidarity. There's, there's not going to be solidarity. I mean, you've tried, we've done it, we've tried, we've worked there, we've did it, we had it for a little while, but guess what? Solidarity doesn't last long, especially between people in the manosphere. Let me break this to you, especially if we don't wake up and see them turning up the heat on us. They're going to turn the heat up on us. They're going to use every single excuse. And like Black Wolf said, when we're gone, we're gone. You ain't got nobody. When you up here crying, trying to get back somebody that try to get with somebody, well, or when you've gotten with somebody and they just basically walk out and take everything you have, and there's nothing you can do because you have no advice from anybody. Well, oh well.
Better enjoy that black pill rage because I can tell you from personal experience, it's a bitch.
Yep.
You know, some people don't come up out of it. You're lucky if you do. Some people skip the red pill entirely and take the black pill, and I can tell you this. That's not a place you want to be. That's a very dark place to be. There's devoid of all light. Nothing
Right.
good can pass through that void. You become a black hole. That's it. And that's just it's the end for society. It's the end for everything.
Well, just what I mean, personally, if society gets hit and begins to crumble, we're gonna let it crumble. I'm gonna let it crumble. I'm not picking up piece. I'm not going to stop a I'm not gonna stop a brick from falling. I'm just gonna let it. I'm gonna let it fall. I'm gonna fall, and I'm pick out the useful pieces, and I'm build myself something.
Yep. And all those other people that shame us, they could boss man up and rebuild society. We're done. We didn't like
No,
it then. We don't like it now. I mean, the only thing is, it's kind of funny. There's this anime called My Hero Academia. MGTOW is like Stain. We're not on the good team or the bad team. We're fighting just for what's right. That's it. Not good guys, not bad guys. We're fighting
no. The funny
true
thing about
justice.
it, you know, what the funny thing about it is when we
What's that?
stop fighting, it's gonna get. It's gonna. It's when we stop trying. When we stop fighting, it's gonna go down.
Yeah, it's gonna be game over because we the last block. The very and whether somebody wears the MGTOW label or not is completely fucking irrelevant. Like men speaking out against this injustice, once you've successfully silenced them and made them just live a life of conformality, it's game over. Like it doesn't even matter if they specifically go hockey mask or not. It's game over. We're done because you.
And if yeah, and if they decide to go after MGTOW and start shutting us down because you put MGTOW in your title, they're automatically going to associate you with us.
Yep, and that's the thing. They don't think about that. They don't know what solidarity is, and a lot of these guys don't think about that. They when they go on their little damn, monologues about how freaking bad we are. I mean, they need to be looking outward instead of attacking us all the time.
Right. And it's like I said, because that you put that acronym in your title, because you put red pill, MGTOW, SYSBM, IPMORE, and any other acronym involved in the manosphere, when they go after us, they're gonna go after you. So when we're sitting in that nice little gulag, you're wondering why you're here. Well, I'm gonna tell you. I don't think I need to tell you why you're here. Like I'm not MGTOW. I'm not MGTOW. I just want to show people how to boss up. And let it be one of us to hear this stuff. We're gonna lean in close, saying, "Did you put MGTOW in your title of your videos?"
Did
Yes,
you put
but nothing.
Did you put it
But
in your
nothing.
tags? I mean,
Put
and
in your
that's why I
tag.
smile. I'm gonna be like Gold Roger from One Piece, just smiling from ear to ear. Because their ass is gonna be right next to us, whether they want it or not. And if the execution starts happening, we won't be alone. Never alone.
Huh.
And I laugh about it every time. Their ass gonna be right there with us.
The POA acronym. Oh, they're already associated with them with us.
Oh yeah,
They already associated them with us.
how many times I have to keep
They're
defending
already
I'm not a
associated.
PUA? I've had to tell people I wasn't a PUA 1,000 times over, like, and they kept shouting that I am, and I don't even care anymore. I got tired of it.
You know, it's what it is. But yeah, I got to call this here stream short because I got to get up and do some things in the morning. It's good talking to you. Hey, stay on the back. Stay on after the stream. You know.
All right, man, sure thing. It's been a blast,
Hey,
and every
just stay on for a second when I end the stream. You know.
all right, man.
All right. All right. This is MGTOW to win and Black Wolf. You just now been hit by a tornado and a pack of wolves. Signing off.
Take care, everybody.